This is Seasons of Discontent with your hosts Rick Snyder and Matt Combs on the Hogstein Network.
Welcome to Seasons of Discontent, Season 7, Episode 14, brought to you by Rick Snyder's Washington across social media. And I'm Rick Snyder.
I'm Matt.
And we're back discussing all things Washington sports and life as part of the Mighty Hogstein Network on audio and here on YouTube on video. All right, so moving on to Dallas week, which nobody cares about anymore. I recently wrote that Philly was really their big, to me, Philly's the bigger one now over Dallas, partly because of proximity. You know, Eagles fans are coming down to Washington. Washington fans can risk their life and go up to Philly if they want the series. But you don't really have too many people go back and forth to Dallas. And the Eagles have been beating Washington lately. So, you know, a whole lot. Really for 3 decades. They've won the series. Since the 80s, they've won the series over all these years. So, you know, Dallas is kind of a tired cliche of a rivalry. The players don't care. They just want to try and win. They don't care if they're beating Little Sisters of the Poor this week on there. But Dallas is, you know, threats of their demise, kind of premature. I don't know if the quarterback's going to make it back this week for them. There's talk about Dak Prescott might. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things you got to wait till Saturday probably. And, you know, the Cowboys looked okay. They beat Cincinnati, you know, on there. So, you know, they're not left for dead, and they've got a lot of talent. And they seem to really, when Washington most needs to win against Dallas, they don't get it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this week.
I think if the Commanders were 2-1 and went out there and were competitive against the Lions and well, they would have beat the Lions, and they were competitive against the Eagles, I think Dak would have played or would play for this game. I don't think he's going to. I think they can just be like, meh, he can sit this one out. We don't need him. They're going to beat it. We'll beat him with Cooper Rush. And I got an over-under for you. How many sacks is Micah Parsons going to get?
3.
3?
3.
I'm going to go over.
Yeah. Yeah, Washington gave up 9 sacks, one short of the team record when they played in Toronto against Buffalo.
Against the Bills.
Yeah, they gave up 10 that day.
Now, real quick, going back to what you were saying, I agree with you about Philly being our rival. And even Fox kind of played into it yesterday. They showed obviously Sonny and McNabb and Deshaun Jackson and like all these guys that have gone back and forth from Philly to Washington and Washington to Philly and stuff like that. So I would agree with you. The Dallas, yeah, it's fun to get on the radio and hear Doc Walker say it's Dallas week. It's Dallas week. It don't mean anything that it used to anymore. Dallas ain't won a playoff game in God knows how long. And, you know, we haven't been competitive since 1992. So, you know, aside from, you know, a year there and a year here. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think, and the fact is, with Jerry being one of Dan's supporters and Dan looking up to Jerry, it's lost her. You know, the Eagles are our main, because of proximity. Dallas is a plane ride. You can hop on a Amtrak and be in DC from Philly in a couple hours. Like, that's a true rivalry.
And the funniest part about the loss, if you had any funny parts on Sunday, the Eagles fans were chanting, "We want Dallas" in the fourth quarter. And somebody's like, are the two sides bonding? You know, I don't think there was any Commanders fans left at that point, but the Eagles were like, "We want Dallas."
Oh, but hey, Rick, we get to see the black jerseys. They're finally going to wear another jersey. I forgot about that. They're going to wear black in Dallas because that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it'd be a funeral. I don't know. At 1-3, is it a funeral if they lose?
Yeah.
You know, the last 2 times they made the playoffs, they started 1-3. I mean, that's the weird quirk of all that.
Yeah. Okay. You know, look, if they were going to win, if they were going to go to the playoffs at 7-9, then sure, I would say, then okay, this is a great thing. Let's start off 1-3. But the fact is, I don't see them winning another 6 games. They're not on that schedule. The 2 teams that you were supposed to, if you were any good, that you were supposed to step on their throats were weeks 1 and week 2. You were supposed to be competitive and show that you can hang in the NFC East. You went out and got smoked.
Yeah.
You know? And it's funny, man. I tell you, I know you were at the stadium for the Eagle game, and you know, I've got my red zone. It's so funny when you look because I put them side by side. I got my Commanders and I got my Red Zone. You watch that game on one side and compare it to the Chiefs, the Bills, the Dolphins. There's a prime example. The Dolphins go out and draft a quarterback, go out and spend a bunch of money, make some trades. They're 3-0 and beat the best team in the AFC that's probably going to be at the Super Bowl and has been picked to win the Super Bowl. They've got a monster defense. They've got a pretty dang on good offense. We're nowhere near that. And guess what? They started the rebuild around the same time we did.
You know, the redneck saying is when you have two TVs for a game, you're putting your working TV on top of your non-working TV. Sitting on. There's a lot of truth to that joke.
I know my grandparents had that set up for a long time.
Yeah, that was a Jeff Foxworthy joke. It is true. I give it that. Yeah, I mean, after the Dallas game, they play Tennessee. Then they have a short week to go to Chicago for Thursday night, which you can watch on Prime.
Have you figured out how to watch Prime yet?
Yes, I know how to watch
Okay,
Prime.
I'm just making sure. My dad had to call me and ask me where the football game was.
I mean, I have Prime as part of it. Being an Amazon Prime member, you get it free.
Yeah, so does my dad, but he doesn't ever watch it. He didn't even have the app downloaded on his Fire Stick.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't much to watch. I give it that on Prime is pretty slim, but no, I know how. And plus, for those of you out there in the local market for Washington, part of the deal with Prime is the local network gets to show the game too. So for that game, when it's a Washington Commanders game, it'll be on local Washington TV.
What channel?
I guess 5 with Fox. Fox, yeah, probably Fox, but I don't know. But I do know that was part of the deal. Is the local teams on Thursday night still get it on regular TV.
This AFC, NFC being on the same channels, it's wacky. I don't like it because yesterday if you don't have Red Zone or the NFL package or however you watch football, if you wanted to flip over and watch a real football team that's up in Baltimore play pretty damn good, you couldn't watch it because they were also on Fox.
Yeah,
there was no 1:00 game on CBS.
See, what happens is they know that the NFC has better TV markets than the AFC teams. So normally you decide by the visiting team gets that is the network. So if Washington's playing at an AFC team, it's a Fox game. But occasionally, to balance out the difference of the two, they give a few NFC teams, they switch around and give each other some good games to kind of balance out the money. So that's why sometimes you're like, why is this game on this network? Like on 9 or it's on CBS instead of Fox. That's why they're balancing out the money for the ratings.
Yeah, but why would you have the Commanders and the Ravens both on Fox at 1:00? Like, yeah. I mean, we're 30 miles away from each other. Like, there's a lot of Ravens fans down in Southern Maryland in St. Mary's and Calvert counties.
Yeah, there's a few. That's where I'm going.
Is this going to be the seasons of content as we become Ravens fans?
I don't know. After Chicago, they got to play Green Bay. Okay, that's a win. Then they're going to Indianapolis. That'll be interesting. And then Minnesota. Well, it's not a night game, so Kirk might win that one.
I was just say Kirk will throw for 350 because it's during the day.
And then they're at Philadelphia at a night game. That's a Monday night game. Then they play Houston, Atlanta. Okay, you hopefully can win something there. Then they're at the Giants. I don't believe the Giants are any good. But
yeah, I was gonna say the Giants are kind of fool's gold right now. I think Atlanta might be a little bit of fool's gold too. I think Mariota's going to regress back to the mean. I don't know, but there ain't very many wins on that schedule. I think they go to Chicago and lose.
And the weird part is they play the Giants at the Giants. They have the bye, which is a really late season.
They play the Giants again, right?
And the Giants have to play in the week in between, which is weird. So, I don't know. Then they're at San Francisco. I don't see them winning that.
That's a loss.
Probably not. And then they have Dallas the last game at home. But
they'll win that game because Dallas will be resting its starters.
That's true. So, it's not the easiest schedule. There's no easy games in the NFL. but their games just should win. But I don't know that Washington's going to be favored much. I mean, they're they're short favorites. Short dogs against Dallas because Dak isn't there. When Dak
and the line will move after the Monday night game.
Yeah, I mean, Dak. It was weird because when Dak got hurt, the line moved 9 points in the next game. I've never seen that. Dallas went from a 2-point favorite to a 7-point dog.
Because they went from Dak Prescott to a guy named Cooper Rush.
Yeah, but that's still a lot of points in the NFL to do that. So, I mean, yeah, it's just going to be tough. I don't know. Dallas just saw the game plan to beat Washington. Philly showed it to them. Mm-hmm. The heck out of them, and give Carson no time to throw, and then swear down the defense. So, you can run the ball a lot early because they don't have any defensive line depth right now with guys hurt. So you can gas out Payne and Allen at some point on there. These guys are playing like 60 snaps. They had a guy, John Ridgeway, come in, and he played something like 20-some snaps, I think, or something. Had never played. He'd only been there a few days.
Funny, I didn't even see him on the field.
I did notice him. I think their tight ends have also underperformed. Bates has got, dropped a couple already. They didn't seem to find Logan Thomas very much.
I ask you, I didn't even see Logan on the field.
Logan actually, yeah, he was there. But the weirdest part is what they're doing with Terry. Terry hasn't basically been targeted in the first half of games.
I know.
They're like, you paid this dude all this money. I know you're just in love with Curtis Samuel being able to do stuff with him, but Terry's your money guy too. I mean, Curtis is good too. And Dotson's sort of like over here,
Well, this is the Ron Rivera I told you so era right now with Curtis Samuel. He's got to prove that Curtis was worth the money they gave him. They have to prove that Jahan, which is worth the pick that they took him. And to be honest with you, I think that he is. I think Jahan is a bright side at wide receiver. The kid seems to catch everything. Although Sunday he dropped some. But yeah, but see, also the thing with Terry is Terry was your home run hitter. Terry can't get down the field if you're getting sacked all the time. Terry, what's the point? Terry's not going to run a go route when you're going to get sacked in 2 seconds. It's funny. I kind of toted this a lot in the preseason. ESPN had them as a top 5 line, offensive line for the run game. Antonio Gibson has not been good behind the running back as the starting running back. I know Brian Robinson has got the sleeve off of his knee and he's trying to come back. Maybe they get a little bit of a thunder lightning type thing going on like the Giants had with Tiki and Ron Dane, but I don't know, man. It's just every year we allow ourselves to just get so hyped up and believe the hype that this team is going to be better. And then by week 3, we're also demoralized. We just don't care anymore. I mean, me and my friends back here, we're going to start wearing these headpieces every game.
All right. Time for predictions. Dallas 31, Washington 17.
I'll say 27-13, Dallas.
I think Washington gets at least 7 of those in garbage time.
Oh, yeah.
Before we go, are the Nationals still playing? And who are these guys? Because I don't recognize really anybody in their roster anymore.
It's a lot of the guys that they got in the Soto deal.
Not very good.
Oh, hey, Soto ain't lighting the world on fire in San Diego either. So it might actually work out. CJ Abrams is a good prospect. I think he's going to be good. The story of Joey Meneses is pretty damn good too, being a 30-year-old rookie and coming in here and basically getting on base every damn game. So I don't know. It's hard to watch the Nationals because by the 3rd inning, they're like the Commanders. They give up 20 runs by the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I know. It's been tough to watch.
I know.
But I keep getting, the Caps started, and I keep getting emails about, Wizards Media Day. So I guess everybody else is coming. So you won't have to. Maybe we'll talk about something else. And Maryland, hey, Maryland football is even.
Hey, that was impressive. Look, they lost to Michigan, but it ain't bad to go toe to toe with the 4th ranked team in the country and only lose by 7. I like what Mike Loxley's doing.
Got to win the game though. You don't get a chance.
I know that's a true rebuild, but that is also a team that is progressing, not regressing.
True. They are getting better because it couldn't get worse. All right, we're out of here. I'm Rick Snyder.
I'm Matt.
See you soon.
Bye.